What's going on, fellow humans and resellers? It is I, James, RedoptionAgency.com, 23 years, selling full-time on eBay. Baby girl's in the house. Pee-wee at the top of the steps, watching over. And in this video, got a little bit to ship. Late start today. And we're going to document some new questionable things while also adding to questionable things. It's not that I like conspiracies. I like finding the red flags that could make that conspiracy more than just a conspiracy. So we'll get into that. What did I do yesterday? Well, one of the red flags happened within the number system, if you saw my post. So let's go and see what I ended up with yesterday to start out, and then we'll go from there. But it was a late Blues game, which we killed it. Hopefully that's not all we got. And then in the middle of the night, my sinuses started really messing up again, so I feel terrible right now. My head's just pressure and foggy, and this eye hurts. So you might see me pushing on this eye a lot. So yeah, I'm just out of it. So sorry about all that. No, I'm not sorry about that. That's life. But let's get into this so I can get this done. I gotta get this post office late. It's already 10:30. So let's see what is going on here. So with the numbers yesterday, we were in the media store. So let me go check international websites. Also, all right. So we had about $50 on the international website, so that's good. All right. Ooh, nice. $32 pair of jeans. All right, so we got $410 on the media store. So that's better it was when I walked away from the TV last night, or walked away from the computer last night, and I'll tell you why that is if you didn't see my post. Well, the post was something else. This was added after the post, sorry, which was just another little questionable thing that kind of goes with that post, but we'll get it. I'll let you know. I'll let you know what I'm talking about if you don't know. And on the clothing store, $296. So it was only a 7:06 day yesterday, but I expected far worse than that. So when I made the post, I don't remember what time it was, 3 times during the day, I have each phone, that one and this one, set up to different stores. So one's the clothing store, that one's the media store. 3 times yesterday, they both cha-chinged at the exact same time. An item sold at the exact same time. 3 times. That's never happened. Coincidence would be once, but 3 times in one day, red flag. This was the first time that both accounts seemed connected, seemed mirrored. The same issues were going on with both, and it was clearly 100% the same. Well, that's not the only red flag to add to that. When I stopped watching yesterday, it was stopped paying attention. I took a bath before the game, but did I go check after that? It was somewhere between 7 and 8 p.m. Both accounts were at 205. That's never happened. One's a clothing store with 20,000. The other's a media store with whatever I got over there now. Over near 50,000, whatever. To both be at 205 at that time, which both of them were technically low at that time for the day than normal. The two chings doubling, tripling at the same time. and 205 on each account, red flags. What the hell's going on with these accounts today? Server, accounts, etc. Something's up. Red flags. Conspiracies. Very weird. But another thing to add to that, one that is I've documented before, so those are new. That's something that's never happened to me before. So that's the first time documentation, as far as I remember. But something I've documented before on days that when things seem weird happen, I seem to pull items out of the same area. You've heard me say that before, whether it's, and the only correlation is normally the SKU location of where the item is stored. So I will have just a bunch of stuff selling out of here, the D's and E's, or I'll just have a bunch of stuff selling out of the A's and B's. I'm like, this is too weird. But it's not one I put a lot of oomph into. Well, last night, between me shutting down and while I was watching the game, another weird one occurred. So I sold 345 records. Not at the same time, not to the same person. I've got a new chest in my office that I'm filling with 45 since other stuff down here has been filled. It might have 30 45 records in it. And I have how many listed? I've got probably well over 1,000. Hey, Pee-wee. I'm trying to think. I got 13 boxes with probably 70, 80 in each box. So over 1,000 items. But I had 345s. That's the only 345s sell out of the same box that I only have about 30 in. Earth, Wind, and Fire, Gap Band, George Clinton, all R&B. Is there anything to that? Well, I don't know, but that's just a very, very odd red flag. Do with that info as you will. Add it to any info that you've heard or experienced. Because that's all it is documenting this weirdness, because something definitely was way off yesterday. And there was too many weird things going on to say something was not affecting sales, the accounts, servers, all the above. Was that your belly? He's like a statue sitting there. Oh, nice down. Never mind. But yeah, something very, very off. So take that info, do with it what you will. It is documented. Alrighty. I'm gonna get this stuff shipped out quick. I don't really have a topic, I don't think. I'm just feeling too blah today, so I gotta get more meds in me and get to stepping. Internally and figuratively. Or literally, sorry. Figuratively and literally. I just feel awful. The sinus pressure is too much. I went, 5 days without taking any meds, without any issues. So I got up at 6 and it was just pounding. I fed the dogs, gave him his medicine. Took me some sinus pills. It allowed me to go back to sleep, so that's good, but the pressure's still there. All right. Enough of me whining and complaining about my sinuses. Let's see. So I only pulled what needs to go out today. There are more that's sold after 2 a.m. So at 10:30, and that pair of jeans just sold. My clothing store just jumped up. So we're at 91 on the clothing store. We're at 137 on the media store. So we're at 228 this morning at 10:30. So that's better than it was yesterday. So that's a positive. All right, let's get this stuff moving so I can get to moving. I forgot that one too. Let me go grab this. I thought I got everything. E74, Jimmy Dorsey. E74.
I'm back.
You looking at? Let me pick this plastic up so it doesn't stick to you. Okay, now I got everything. All right. All right, first up, we've got the Gap Band 45. That sold for $450, headed to Athens, Alabama. So yesterday I was listing the disc onlys, as I talked about. I ended up getting about 300 listed yesterday. So I didn't put... I think I came to the conclusion where I was doing one a minute with interruptions. So it would take me 11 and a half hours to do 700. Well, after I made that statement, I started just playing around with processes. And I watched Josh's video, Josh Galt. And he reminded me of the other way of doing it, because I haven't done it that way in a while, where you just take your drafts and start, you do them in bulk. Like I only used bulk to add to the SKU and then to upload. And then, so when I was watching his video, oh yeah, you can do that, right? Where you can update other things than just the SKU, duh, right? So I started playing with that and see, since I'm moving stuff to the computer now instead of doing it on my phone on the app, I'm like, let's start playing with processes and see if we can speed this up from, one a minute, which would be, 25, and because I was doing them in lots of 25. Let's see if I can get quicker than 25 items in 25 minutes. Tyler. And Josh is the one he's been pushing me to speed up the listing and set a bigger goal. Instead of 100,000 by the end of the year, 200,000 by the end of the year. And I will say, I am almost there. It's not just it's taken research, right? Trying to figure out how that is possible. It's 2025. As Josh said in his video, there's got to be, he didn't say, what did he say? I don't remember. I don't want to quote him exactly. So there's got to be ways to do it. So it's being, trying to figure that out. That's the thing. So yesterday I was able to speed up that process. We got this onion baby food. I don't know, this dude here. This sold for $20, headed to Hollywood, Florida. So as I started playing with that process, I took the 25 and 25 minutes down to 25 and 15 minutes. That's substantial when you're talking thousands of items. That being said, it was only on the disc onlys but it can be duplicated on stuff that you have abundance of: CDs, cassettes, DVDs, etc. So today, I'm going to put the disc onlys aside for a while and try to duplicate it on other stuff too. So that's the goal for the day. We got the George Clinton 45. Sold for $20, headed to Los Angeles. It's all about refining. It's all about refining your systems. Not just that, I said it before, this is 2025. This is AI is out there now, right? What, I think eBay is real. I think they're behind the times on this AI. Sure, they're using it, and I don't know what they're doing wrong, but everything we've seen it used for, search and what have you, it's a mess. It is a mess. So how are all these other companies seem to have success with the AI when it seems to be failing with the eBay? Is it the infrastructure of eBay? You would think AI would be able to help with that also. But something is definitely off with eBay's AI. But there's got to be more out there. There's got to be some. What I saw another company. What did I see? Oh, I watched a business video on ThreadUp. Watch that video. If I remember, I'll put it below. But just search YouTube ThreadUp, and it was like a CNBC News video or something. The way they're using AI, wow. It's spectacular. I mean, that's a video I'm probably going to watch again and see what I can pull from that. Because with AI out there, and I got a feeling like the market is soon to be flooded with, like there was a jump in tech in my lifetime. And if you're Gen X or older, you've seen it too, where we went from this to this in terms of technology and fiber optics and all that stuff. There's another boom coming. There's going to be another, and I think it's going to be even bigger than before. I would not be shocked within the next 5 years. Not only is so many things, what's the word I'm looking for? Where it does it itself, automated. There's no way like things like cancer won't be cured in the next 5 years. There's just no way. If used properly, politics and money don't get involved, there's no way things like that cannot be solved. And if you tell me that it won't happen, I'm thinking you've got money in your pocket to make it not happen, right? Politics and big pharma and all that bullshit. I got a feeling the next leap that humankind is going to make is going to be far greater than the tech boom that we have seen. Quote me on that. I feel just all the did I forget to click one? Well, anyway, or was that it? Wait a minute. Why is all the stuff not clicked? I thought I clicked more than that. I got 2 here. All right, Jimmy Dorsey. So for $5 headed to California. I gotta go back and see what happened there. I thought I clicked all these. This needs to be fixed. Yeah, I think it's going to be more life-changing than anything we've ever seen. And I hope I'm just still alive to see it all. Like, I feel for like the people who have cancer right now, who are fighting hard cancer right now, because honestly, it feels like when people were fighting AIDS right before they were able to make AIDS stable, if you will. You can live with it, whatever. It feels like we're right on the edge of that kind of a situation with just more than just cancer treatments. And of course, it won't be a cure, it'll be a treatment. That's how they keep their money rolling. If you told me there are cures out there, they just haven't figured out how to treat it yet, I would probably agree with you. I wouldn't be surprised. And that's sad that humans do that to other humans just because of that. Because if you think about the AIDS situation, there's one red flag there. And you know who I'm talking about. How did he get through it? Or was it coincidence? Just saying. They could have had the cure. They just didn't have the control. But I try not to live there because that's an ugly headspace. When you know, I'm already aware that humans are ugly people, period. End of story, right? There's some of us just choose to not be that way. What the hell did I do here? With these other 2 items. These other 3 items. I guess I just forgot to click on them. Weird. I did go get that CD. That's probably why I forgot to click on it. I thought I went. Oh, we'll get these other 3 out now too. Anyway. You definitely don't want to live in that headspace. But I'm all about finding those red flags, though. All right, we got that one's going to Australia. So we got to remove that one. So back to this. We got the Earth, Wind, and Fire. So for $5, staying in the area, St. Louis. That was my stomach. We got this Soup for One soundtrack, sold for $6. Headed to Los Angeles. Whoops. Whoops, I hit the wrong thing. Got a nice big lot here too. But first, let me get this international item taken care of. We have Billy Idol, VH1 Storyteller CD sealed. And this sold for $48. $48. Next door. Let me see what they spent over here. So this, oh, I was just in there. I'm in there now. Why you have me sign in? Come on. All right, this order was $75. So it seemed like I had some decent high dollar things there at the end that kind of helped push that, what looked like a $400 day up into the 700s. We've got a lot of visors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Got this Unknown D logo. Aeropostale. Zoo Dude. Lifeguard. Holt Band. South Beach. Unknown Eagle. It just says Chelsea on the side. Kettle One Vodka. Unknown Bird logo. We got Holly Hay. Something let me get hair off of there. Boom. Fort Walton Beach. SD Strong Distillery. And that's, so there we go. Nice lot of visors. That's pretty cool. I don't remember the last time I had a lot of visors, so I don't think I've ever had that many sell to one person. So that's pretty damn cool. And let's head up to Chicago. itching. Well, this one's itching. This one just feels pressure. And then lastly, we got St. Louis Blues hat. So for $8, headed to Utah. Yeah, it's good to see the Blues bring out that energy. That energy is why I know we can beat this team. It's just, can we sustain that energy enough to actually win a good team, you know, to beat a good team. And you would think with all the youth we have on the team that we should be able to sustain that. What I was hoping with that the first 2 games was more like an experience. You know, you got all these young people, kids who have not played on a playoff game before, played in a playoff game, kind of overwhelmed, nervous, not expecting what is about to happen, and they just get overwhelmed. Hopefully, we're above that now, and we're just going to go back to the way we were playing when we had that run, 12-game winning streak, where we're over the newness of this exciting thing that's going on and we just dominate. All right, I got a couple things here to resurface from yesterday, last night, and I am done. I'm gonna go pour some more meds down my throat. Before I head out. All right. Thanks everybody for a nice quick video here. And I will see you all in the next video. Have a good weekend if I don't see you, but I'm sure I probably will somehow, some way. So later.